Don't laugh. All right, don't laugh. Good morning. Come on, guys. Don't laugh. Good morning. God bless you, all of you and your families. It's the Toxic Talk Thursday. It's Thursday, April the 25th. We truly appreciate you. Welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Featuring Wake Up Team with the Queen, Cindy J, and the Queen, Miss Miko. The chat room is wide open, or you can call in 570-982-6950. Please like, share, follow, subscribe to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. We hope you guys are blessed this morning and your families is okay. Listen, this is where you get your morning love, but most importantly, like I've been saying over these last years, it's the only place in this whole entire universe and in District 9 and on Earth where you get your morning started right.
Period. Period.
Thank you. To Queen Cindy J, God bless. Good morning. And how are you, young lady?
Good morning, Shawn. Good morning, everybody. I am doing kind of great. I'm glad to be here. I'm still a little under the weather, but we are going to have a great show for you today on this Toxic Talk Thursday. We're going to get started with Sunny Says, where I will let you know what is going on in Hollywood and entertainment news. We also are going to have Front Page News with Sunny J, where I will let you know what is going on locally, nationally, and globally. So you want to make sure you stick around for that. Yeah. Morning, Miss Miko. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, Shawn. Hey, Cindy. It's your girl, Miss Miko, and it feels good to be wrong way, Shawn. Turn the other way. Turn the other way. Hey, Shawn. There you go. So crazy. It feels so good to be here with you guys on this Toxic Talk Thursday. But first, I got to get into the weather. Right now, it is 36 degrees in the Lehigh Valley where we broadcast live from. It is cold. So if you have those plants outside, make sure you leave a covering over them until after about 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. You can move the covering. It's going to be sunny and 59 degrees today, guys. New York City, kind of the same deal. It's currently 40 and it's going to a high of 56. It's also going to be sunny. Still take your sweater, take a light jacket, stay warm, but whatever you do, you want to stick with us, the only place on earth where you get your morning started right.
Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Please follow us on social media. You see our social media handles down at the bottom of the screen. We truly appreciate you. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. I am truly honored to have these two young ladies, both these queens, on this show because these two young ladies, the show doesn't work without. Now, in saying all of that, before I start, remember Monday, guys, when we had the show, and I started to show up, and I said, and I praised the Queen, Cindy J, because she wasn't feeling well, guys. Mm-hmm. Remember that? And everybody was putting up emojis and, get well to the hell to the Queen. Mm-hmm. And Miss Miko, Cindy received all that love because these people didn't know what was going on because she barely wanted to do the show Monday morning. And like I said again, I don't mean to repeat myself, but I praise this woman. Mm-hmm. And I haven't heard from Cindy J in a few days, and the status quo is this. Everything is still status quo. She doesn't feel well. And I'm concerned for my beloved Cindy J. I look at this woman like a daughter because you could be my daughter. What year you was born again, young lady?
86, baby.
Yeah. I was doing
not the 80s.
Yeah, I was doing cocaine in 86, so you could definitely be my daughter. Now, you guys know how
I was born in the 80s, but the 90s raised me.
So that. And Miss Miko and everybody in this whole entire earth know how I feel about this young lady. But Miss Miko, to my shock, and I am appalled right now, Cindy's still sick, and she hasn't taken nothing for her symptoms. Chat room, I don't know what's wrong with the beloved, with the Queen. She's still sick. She's on the show this morning. We truly appreciate her taking the time because she could have bailed out of this thing, and I wasn't going to be mad at her because Miss Miko and I would have held it down for the Queen. Mm-hmm. But I feel a certain way, even though I'm a grown-ass man and I need to mind my business.
Whatever.
Cindy J is still not feeling well. Miss Miko, she hasn't taken nothing for none of her symptoms, for any of her symptoms.
See, that's what I want to challenge the chat room, Shawn. In addition to giving Cindy J prayer emojis, which we all love and we appreciate, thank y'all for giving us giving Cindy some prayer emojis. Can y'all send Cindy J some holistic natural remedies that she can take this morning? Anything that you have in your kitchen. I'm big on the ginger, the lemon, and or the ginger and the garlic. So send Cindy some of y'all remedies. We need to get our girl back to 100% because she ain't looking good, she ain't feeling good, and we need Cindy J back at 100%.
95% of our audience, Miss Miko, is 2,000 years old. They got Vicks in the drawer.
And Tussin.
Tussin, Vicks.
They got Vicks and Tussin.
Liver oil. some
Yeah.
Limacol, is that it? Limacol.
Some bacon grease.
Not bacon grease.
Some hog mog.
I know.
Whatever y'all got, send it to the city because Cindy needs your help. Our girl is in pain and she's hurting and she's sick and we just need her 100%. Cindy, your face is red right now.
But I know. I think I have like a fever. I think that's been like coming and going. So it's very weird. Hold on, I'm on the thing. So it's been very weird lately.
Hey, Green Eyed Bandit. I heard him.
I know. So I'm trying to I mean, I've done the ginger and honey and lemon, and I did some. Remember that what is it? Garlic and onion and honey.
Yeah,
I had some of that that I use, but it's not knocking this thing out, which I feel like it might be viral then. You know.
So you're not gonna go to the doctor, Cindy, and just maybe take an antibiotic to knock it out.
I mean,
have you feeling better by the weekend?
Yeah, maybe I should do that. I mean, I should. I just don't want to go and sit in there and then, they're like, they're just like, oh, go home and rest, take some Tylenol. Like, if they tell me that. Yeah, they're going to be like,
and you know what?
Take some Tylenol and you'll be fine and lay down.
And you know what I would say with that? I would say, thank God for Jesus. If I can make it to the hospital for them to even give me that information, but not going. And I know what you're going to say. Shawn, you're 16,000 years old. You run to the doctor. And I do.
Yeah, you do.
Love going to the doctor.
And I took.
He be using that good insurance.
Miss Miko, I took a stress test yesterday. Remember I was telling y'all that? I took my stress test yesterday because when my friends fall out and die every 3 years, I go get a stress test.
I told him, let me talk to Tanya. That's, they're going to give me a nurse at the doctor anyway. So lend me your wife. I will talk to her. We will discuss my symptoms and she will let me know what is the best course of action. Don't be keeping her by yourself. Tanya, girl, I need your help.
Miss Miko, do you know how many of my old school friends have passed away because they said, I'm good today. I'll go to the doctor tomorrow or Thursday?
That's mostly the guys.
And you're right. And you're absolutely right. They were all guys.
One of the few.
They were all guys. So chat room, please, if y'all don't mind, Miss Miko just mentioned some holistic remedies or whatever, but let's tell Cindy what it really is. Take your punk ass to the doctor. This is day 4 or day 5, and she's not feeling well. She looks great, but the insides, the cheekbones are still, protruding out of her head. But other than that, she's not feeling well. Folks in the chat room, please, if y'all don't mind, just say, Cindy, go to the doctor, do something, because it's too many days that have gone by. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to mind my business, and I'll yield my time back to Miss Miko.
Well, I'm not going to mind my business. And Cindy, whatever you need me to bring you, girl, I got you. Just say the word.
Miss Miko.
I may not come inside because I don't want to get what you got.
Exactly.
Fight later, but I'll drop it off on the porch. I'll ring the bell twice, and don't open the door until I drive away.
Right. Miss Miko thought she was going to die during COVID. So remember that. What I'm saying is this.
I know. I just hope my kids don't get it.
Now you're hoping.
Yeah, I'm hoping the kids don't get it. But I've been technically I've been quarantining. Like, they come in my room, like, after school and stuff like that, and like try to sit on my bed and I'm like, hey, I'm like super sick, you guys. Don't come over here.
Put a number one in chat room Cindy J should go to the hospital. Put a number two if she should just let this infectious bug just exit naturally out of her body. Number
Yeah, they
one,
gotta go somewhere sometime, right? Gotta get out of here.
okay, Miss Miko, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna yield the time to Cindy J because I don't want her to fall out. Thank God the kids in the house this morning. Cindy, if you fall out, we will keep recording. Uh, we
Yes,
do have
please don't stop. Please don't stop the show.
Cindy.
We
Cindy,
gonna see EMS paramedics walking
right,
over there.
Cindy, Cindy,
Never
if you
stop.
do this,
Don't make me laugh.
Miko, Miko, remember, keep going.
Just go into Miss Miko's tip. Just
Go
keep
to your
going.
tent Miss Miko, if you hear boom, 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 if you hear boom, 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 keep going. We have a dedicated listening audience that has to be served.
Right. We won't stop. We won't stop.
Can't
All
stop,
right.
won't stop.
So let's go to front page news with the one and only, the S to the E double NY, and you can't
House.
deny it. Front page news, y'all. Cindy J. Cindy, God bless. What's going on?
Yes. Well, the first story that I gonna tell you guys about is Reggie Bush. Um, he is having his Heisman Trophy accolades returned to him after nearly 15 years, saying no one can take from you what God has for you. The retired NFL player Reggie Bush has finally got his 2005 Heisman Trophy back. For those who are not familiar, the Heisman Trophy is awarded to the most notable player in college football each year. Reggie Bush had to forfeit his prestigious honor in 2010 after an NCAA investigation reportedly revealed he and his family received financial benefits during this time playing at playing for the University of South Carolina. Things for college athletes, though, were a lot different then, mainly because they could not receive compensation for their name, image, and likeness, known as NIL, as they can now. Um, he said in a statement, personally, I'm thrilled to reunite with my fellow Heisman winners and be part of the storied legacy of the Heisman Trophy. And I'm honored to return to the Heisman family. I also look forward to working together with the Heisman Trust to advance the values and mission of the organization. Speaking on the decision to reinstate Bush's award, Michael Comerford, who is the president of the Heisman Trophy, said, "We are thrilled to welcome Reggie Bush back to the Heisman family in recognition of his collegiate accomplishments. We considered the enormous changes in college athletics over the last several years in deciding that now is the right time to reinstate the trophy for Reggie. We are so happy to welcome him back." So, in addition to him receiving his title and award back, a replica is also given to USC. So, they'll be receiving that too. So,
That's
shout
good
out to
news.
Reggie Bush.
Yeah,
Yes, it
shout out
is.
to Reggie.
And
That's dope. That's
I
good
like
news.
I like that it's almost like with the weed thing. Once weed got legalized, they started rolling back all of those people that are in jail for it and stuff like that, and they're still getting that over. So I like how these new rules come into place and then they put them in
Uh,
effect retroactively. So shout out to Reggie Bush and
well,
his family.
of course, it had to. Everything has to be retroactive. Of course, as far as a situation like this, as per what you just said about it. It doesn't make sense. You can't bar the guy from sponsorship back in the day as a penalty, and now bar him when now it's the law of the land.
Yeah.
And not only that, like I'm hearing the story, and I'm thinking, what are you talking about? A replica trophy and another trophy? Cut this man a check.
Period.
Cut this
CTC.
man. I
Cut
don't
the
get. I
check.
don't. Matter of fact, keep your trophy, sir. Keep your trophy.
Oh
Drop at
God.
least $500,000 in my pocket because those were lost earnings I could have received. He
Hmm.
wasn't really that good of a football player in the National Football League. He had some good years. His claim to fame, I think he was in a relationship with one of the Kardashians, I believe.
He
Cindy, you
was.
might want to double check that. I'm not sure. But, he was a great collegiate football player. He stayed out of trouble. He should have been more famous than what he was. I think a lot of his pro football accomplishments were overlooked. I think he was playing on bad teams. You might want to look at his football record. I don't think he won the Super Bowl. I don't think so. Maybe he did. You might want to double check. But
I,
I believe that any player that was penalized before this new law came into play as far as compensation for the collegiate athletes should get a check.
but wasn't he? But that's why they took it away, because he was getting checks when he was in
Right.
school.
Yeah, but now you get checks now. You just said it.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
get
but
checks.
but you get checks now. But if he was receiving checks back then when you weren't supposed to, he don't need to get nothing else. He got paid already.
No, that
But
is
they
not
should
true, and
give
I
him
totally
back.
disagree with you because due to the fact that
How you gonna write him a check retroactively?
no, there's it's almost like it's like mental. There's a mental strain where there's an emotional problem that needs to be compensated for. This is
Mm-mm.
the same thing like slavery. Like really, like he needs some.
Reparations? Are they giving Reggie reparations, Sean?
It's collegiate reparations.
Oh, please.
That's what this is. They need to write Reggie Bush. I don't know how much he's worth now, what he's doing, a check for at least $500,000 and his trophies and get him a job if he doesn't have a job in NFL. Like they really or on a collegiate level. What Miko, take a
What
look.
is
What is Reggie Bush doing right now? This is I
Let me
hope
see.
Wait, he rich. Reggie, he's chilling.
he
Yeah,
is. He's
what
rich.
he was in the NFL, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on with him now?
He was he
Look, I'm
doesn't
looking
need
it
it.
up.
He
Yeah, he
doesn't
was
need
in
it.
the NFL. He did make it to the NFL.
Yeah, so they're giving him his accolades now. He could go. He didn't do nothing. Maybe he should be a sports commentator or something. Isn't that what they usually do after all
He
that?
was in a relationship. See, the one thing he did goof up with is he
Well,
was he was in a relationship with one of the Kardashians, I believe. And
He was in a relationship with Kim.
well,
with
sir,
him,
you fumbled the bag.
He
Uh,
broke up with Kim
his
because
yeah,
net
no.
worth is 25 million, Sean.
How much is he worth?
25 million.
Oh, he's good. So what is he doing currently?
He's up. That's it. He's up.
Okay,
Right now, that's all they're talking about. Period. He's up. He's staying on
so
business.
so
Right now,
they
only
still should
thing
give.
that hmm?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, they still should give him the 500,000. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
oh please. No,
Right now, they're only talking about him getting his Heisman stuff back. That's it.
he dumped Kim because that was around the time, that was when he was kind of like at the height of his career being a running back, and he didn't like being on the reality show. And that was like kind of around the time when they first started keeping up with the Kardashians, and he didn't like it. So they broke up.
Well,
So
he could
he
have been
didn't
a
fumble
bill.
that bag.
He could. Yes, he
He
did.
But
needed
his
his
wife looks like Kim, though. Did you see his wife?
She's a
no.
Babylonian.
Let me see.
Absolutely.
Well, hold
When
on.
are
Wait,
they
wait.
not? When are they not Babylonians?
Oh,
Absolutely.
Like, is that even a question you have to ask?
Miss Miko, Miss Miko,
Yeah.
you don't think he dropped the bag because you'd have put the baby in Kim? That would have been another 25 to 100 million more dollars in the for the
No,
bag.
if he would have put a baby in Kim, he would have been paying Kim right now. You know, Chris don't play about her girls.
What are you
Chris would have
talking
had
about?
that ironclad contract. He would have been broke right now.
That's what she wanted. I think they were engaged too.
Yeah, they
I
had
forget.
a whole big situation going on.
Yeah, he couldn't take the spotlight with that with the show. So good for him. He kind of dodged a bullet with that one, I feel like.
Well, congratulations, Reggie Bush. I take back a lot what I said because I didn't research and I
Here's
didn't.
the wife looking like Kim. Wait.
You see?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He definitely got a type.
that's
She
a
looks just like her name is Lilith.
that's a pure that's a pure 100% bunny. That's 100% Babylonian. That's 100% bunny.
She
Uh,
looks just like Kim.
that's a all American. That's what that
Hmm.
is. There's no urban in that. There's no urban bunny because you know the difference between Babylonians and urban Babylonians, big
And
difference.
they got 3 babies together.
Oh
Kim
yeah,
is up too. Not Kim, Lilith. Lilith is up. Lilith said, I ain't playing no games.
yeah,
I'm
no doubt.
securing the bag
Yeah,
immediately. She
right,
secured the bag.
right. So he didn't secure the bag with Kim, but she secured the bag with him. That
Yeah, she
rhyme.
definitely did.
Yeah. So shout out to her.
Okay,
And Reggie Bush.
see, before you move on, how do you feel right now?
I feel okay.
You
I'm
feel
getting hot, but I feel all
very
right.
drained. You feel very drained right now, young lady.
Yeah, I do. Like when your body is sick, man, it really just like takes you through like a period of emotions.
And
So
Miss Miko, this is a woman that's sick right now. She hasn't had any penis in 14 seasons.
Oh my God. Oh my
It,
God.
and I haven't been sick in a long time. Like I can't remember the last time I was sick. So
and you
this is very odd for me.
and you can't even remember the last time you had penis.
That's fine. That's fine. It keeps your mind clear. Okay.
What else
Makes
you got?
sure.
No problem.
Um, the next thing I have is Lawrence Fishburne's daughter. Actually,
Sorry.
I
My daughter's
sorry,
trying to
no.
walk in high heels.
No, I don't I actually don't want to do that.
Who's who's trying to walk in high heels?
My daughter.
Okay, continue on. Team.
now your daughter's there trying to walk in high heels. Um I actually have I'm actually going to I'm going to keep it on the toxic I'm going to keep it on toxic talk. Speaking of toxic, Brian McKnight, remember I was telling you guys that he was talking about his kids and how he don't like them kids. Well, he's his first set of kids, and he's actually doubled down on that, reaching out and actually saying that his kids were a product of sin. And it has people up in an uproar again. Um, it's no secret that the 17-time Grammy nominated artist doesn't have the best relationship with all of his kids. He's the father of 7, including 2 stepchildren with his wife, Leilani. In 2019, 2 of the entertainer's biological children, Brianna and Brian Jr., slammed him for allegedly abandoning them to raise his stepkids. Despite denying their claims, his relationship with them still appears to be strained. In a new segment for his social media called Weekly Replies, what are you doing, Brian? He spoke on a post he shared on Instagram about his stepdaughter, Julia McPhee. In the clip, he referred to Julia as his one and only daughter. He said, and this is his stepdaughter that he has with his new wife.
Okay.
He said, Julia understands the scriptures, Exodus 20:12, where it says, and I quote, honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy giveth thee. Naturally, the comments filled with people reminding him of the fact that he's Brianna's father as well. He responded to a critic saying, God wasn't talking about children that are the product of sin, which these two are. I didn't raise them, their mothers did. Know the whole story before quoting the Bible. Take your inaccurate negativity off my page and try being happy. McKnight shares 2 sons, Brian Jr. and Nico, with his first wife. Brianna is his only biological daughter. Julia and Jack are his stepchildren. Unfortunately, the celeb and his wife, Leilani, experienced a pregnancy loss in 2022. In January 2023, the couple welcomed a baby boy that he named Brian McKnight as well. Even though he already has a son named Brian.
Well, I was gonna say, ain't the first baby named Brian? You know something? I can't.
So at this point, people are still coming at him. Brian is still doubling down. Like, these are my kids, screw the other ones. And should we get off Brian's back? Like, is it okay to disown your children and be like, F them kids over there? This is my new family now. Should we just leave Brian alone and F them first kids?
Yeah. Yeah, well,
F that first set of kids.
uh, uh,
They grown. I don't give a
listen,
damn.
in the beginning of this story, welcome to
No,
the
they
show, guys. The
grown.
only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? Shawn Harvey Morning Show, featuring the Wake Up team, and that's with the Queen, Cindy J, and the Queen, Miss Migo. In the beginning of the report, what you said, the kids were made by sin, or what was that? What did you say? I
That's what
forgot.
Brian said.
What did Brian say? He said
Brian
something about
said,
he said something about sin,
They're a product of sin.
product of sin, right? There's a lot of us out here in these streets that have had babies that were product of sins. Uh, I might have had two or three of them my goddamn self.
Things happen.
what? It's a product of sin because what? You're not
Now,
married
You're
before
not
you have
now,
your
married.
kids?
now, wait, no, I don't know. I mean, you could put that in any kind of category you want to.
But I mean, you
Now,
have a part to play in that too, Brian.
right,
If you're
but my
talking
whole
about they're
thing
a
is
product of sin, let
here,
me look up how are kids a product of sin.
wait a minute. Here's the Miss Miko. Here's the turbulence here. Brian McKnight fan base is a strong women fan base. Women used to love him. He's gonna lose his fan base acting like a freaking idiot. Now, wait, let me ask this question. Sitting in the report, the ex-wife that's always online talking crap about him, he has one child by her and her other children are his stepchildren. He has one biological and two.
It's her kids.
Right.
No, well, they said he has 7. Let me
Wait.
look at
Because who's the wife that's always beefing online? Is she the one that got the two other kids and they have a kid? Because now it's starting to make sense with me. Brian is dogging out them stepkids because those are really not his kids.
No, his stepkids are the ones he care about.
About those ones he care about. Yeah.
Those
His
are the ones he
biological
care.
kids. He said other
Oh,
kids.
okay, got you. So Brian, who now is in this, right, new relationship, married, they got the baby and all that, and man, this woman, she must have that sunshine vagina like my homegirl, that Harlem, that sunshine vagina from the movie Harlem Nights. I think that when Brian jumps out the vagina, he starts crying. And this woman is putting a lot in his head, and he's disowned these other kids. And you know what? He's actually doing something publicly that a lot of men have done throughout the generations.
What's that?
Leave them kids and start families and don't give a damn about them kids. The
Facts.
problem is, Brian, you have a huge responsibility to the society out here. You know, you do have a level of responsibility. You are a celebrity. You are a singer. You're a great R&B singer. You had a lot. You have lots of hits, but your main core base is African American women. And I think
But you,
that
Shawn, you know we're forgiving. We're gonna forgive. We're gonna forget about it. We're
not
up in
Cindy J.
arms now, but let's talk about him in August. We're gonna forget all about this, and we're gonna go back to loving him and throwing our panties on stage when he sing. Please.
Okay,
But
so if
what
he
is
can't,
Brian McKnight really even doing right now? Is he having concerts?
He's touring. Brian is
yeah,
on tour.
sure.
He gives a great show.
Now, Cindy, Miss Migo, if he came to the to Bethlehem tomorrow and you were able to go, would you go?
Yeah.
Cindy, if he was in Bethlehem tomorrow at the center where all these stars play, would
You
you
know,
would you
Cindy
go
ain't going
support
nowhere.
Brian?
If somebody paid for me to go, I'd go.
No,
But
you
I'm not.
paying.
I'm
It's
not.
you, you, you,
No,
you.
no. I'm not paying to see Brian McKnight.
Miss Miko, I'm
I'm
not,
not.
I'm not, I'm not gonna pay to see Brian McKnight
I'll
because
go see him.
to
I mean,
me,
again, you got to separate the man from the music. The man from the
Oh Lord!
music. See through R. Kelly, the man from the music.
Don't bring up R. Kelly, Miko. Let me find out. You're
no.
separating the man from the music, please.
Well, Miss
Step in
Miko,
the
just
name of love. That TP2 album is just gold. I'm
Miss
sorry.
Miss Miko, don't
It's gold.
Miss Miko, don't fall into Cindy J's theatrics. At my wedding, when Hot Sauce was playing R. Kelly, she was dancing her ass
And
off.
she was
Now,
stepping.
No, I was
now,
not.
now,
I
and then
did
she
one
forgot.
quick
Then
two
she,
step. I did one quick 2-step because it
no,
was
you didn't.
muscle memory,
No, you
and
didn't.
I stopped.
No, you didn't. You danced for
No,
about a
I did.
minute, and
You
then you
don't
stopped.
even know. You were too busy
We,
enjoying
we
your
were
wife to
watching
know
you.
what
He
I
saw the
was
video.
doing.
Well, we were watching you. We was like, look at
No,
Cindy dancing we were
no, you
watching it. Now,
weren't. Sean, you're a lot.
I'm not lying. I'm telling
I
you, you're
can't.
sick. You don't
I
know. Your
can't
memory
take
is all
it.
screwed
I'm
up.
too sick for this.
Now, she said you got to separate the man for the music. It's easy to say that when you're not the victim.
Mm.
My whole thing. You see, if you was a victim of R. Kelly, Michael Jackson, all these other people, you can't say that. Now we can
Very
say that we
true.
got the luxury. We got the luxury because it doesn't affect us because it didn't hit home for us.
Very true.
Now, but Brian McKnight, you're treading on thin ice, my brother. You are publicly character assassinating your children. And you got all these kids, and you picking which one you don't want. You want to discard these up one set of kids, keep the other sets, and you love these kids. You can do that, but don't do it so publicly. And this might be a problem with you with your fan base. Women are not. Miss Miko said women are forgiven. Are they? I don't know. This strikes home right to your core base. Miss Miko, his core base of women from 30 to 75 years old. These are mothers and grandmothers and aunties. You're right. People gonna still go and watch him play, but don't be surprised if they start yelling at him at his concert. This is not good. This gotta stop. He's doing the right thing by kind of stepping back a little bit, but Brian, step back some more so you don't feel the wrath of the madness of these women. I'm not talking about the Queen Latifah song.
Well, my thing is fine. If that's how you feel about your kids, whatever, because there are plenty of people who are estranged from their parents or parents are estranged from their kids. Things happen. That's fine. My thing is just that you're a public figure that you receive thousands of comments, but it's like you want to go out of your way to let people know F them kids. And to me, that's like you could just not say anything. But you want to double down like, nah, I don't care. Brian McKnight, this Brian McKnight Jr. is the love of my life, not the other one. And
Right.
they're products of kid, and their mom is blah 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 blah. Like you just can't wait to bash them kids,
Well,
and it's just
but
like
not
you
only
don't
that,
have to say anything.
yeah, but Miss Miko, there's two sides to each story. Maybe these kids were bashing him. Maybe these kids did something to ignite this situation. Maybe they sued him. They did something to him for him to go, you know what? I'm done. So
Let me see if I can find anything about
we
Brian
need to
McKnight
see
and his
what
kids.
the
Yeah,
kids
they
provoke him.
did. They were talking about how their dad isn't, how he was with them. So there was some back and forth back in the day. But for you to keep it going after all these years, like, come on, Brian. Like, how old are we? How old are you? Like, grow up. And at the end of the day, I always feel like no matter what happens between parents and kids, parents have the responsibility to make it right or some type of amends or something. It's on the parent. It is never on the kids. I don't care how old they are. Your kids can be 60 years old. You should apologize or take on the brunt of whatever happened between y'all. Unless your
Yeah,
kids did something real crazy, like tried to
yeah,
kill you or something. Like the
yeah.
Melendez brothers or something.
Right. And let me tell you, Brian, you might get Melendez if you keep it up. Keep it up.
I don't
You
even think his kids care anymore as much
Right.
as he be caring. So
But
we'll
you are
see, Brian McKnight. I got my eyes on you. I don't like you, and to me, you're canceled. And I encourage everybody else to cancel his ass as well.
well, Cindy,
Miko, dig deep,
Cindy,
cancel his ass.
Cindy. Guess what? Before you go on to your next story, and then after your next story, we go into Miko's tips. Cindy, guess what? I am on the Cindy J's bandwagon. I'm going to make an announcement right now on this show. Brian McKnight, my friend, you are canceled, sir. You are canceled for me. Take those tickets and ram them up your ass. I'm not supporting that whole movement. I'm not doing it because now you broke the man code. You look crazy. You look desperate. It's like it's like you possessed. It's a lot going on with you, sir, and I don't like it.
That's right, Sean. Sean, you would never. You love
Now,
all your
well,
kids,
I've,
Sean?
I've had dumped some kids, but I would never disown them. I've dumped some kids. Now, don't worry about that. And these kids, they were resilient after the dumps. It was rough.
They're resilient.
And they all came
Uh,
out to be great adults. So God bless my kids.
Oh
But
my
Brian McKnight, but
they
Brian McKnight,
survived in spite of.
they've survived the dumps. But Brian McKnight, nah, can't do it. Now Miss Miko's gonna go to the concert. Cindy J and us, we'll be outside with our stickers, our protest banners outside.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
God bless
It's
you.
even worse that he makes love songs. Like, how are you? It's crazy. It's
What
not.
else you
The
got?
math ain't the mathin'.
He's back at one, Cindy. He's back at one.
You back at one for me, you back at zero. um, excuse me. Whew.
That
Fading.
cough was coughing, Cindy. I don't like the way that sound. Ew.
Girl, there's a lot's going on in here. My body is battling because it's like I can feel my white blood cells trying to like fight.
They like that short. White
It just
And
sounds
this
like
virus is knocking them out. That's why I think it's a virus. You're right. I might have to go to the doctor because this seems more viral than bacterial, you know? So
Yeah.
oh,
I'm gonna
like
eat it.
oh, like like she'll walk in the clinic. I feel more viral than more bacterial.
She gonna
You know,
tell them what it is.
right? So and she just finished. She sounded like she just had a back-to-back Marlboro. Uh,
Sound like Marge Simpson.
You got listen, you gotta go into these doctors with a game plan because they'll just tell you anything. And you know they don't listen to black people anyway. They always say
oh
we
God!
lying.
All
Or
right,
you didn't hear that? Like black women are dying giving birth. Like they think that we can withstand all this pain, so they don't really take our symptoms seriously. So
really,
you gotta be
Cindy?
an advocate for
No, she's
yourself.
right.
No, no, that's
Not
propaganda.
yeah.
Like you would say, that's propaganda. It's just she's justifying and trying to rationalize not going to the doctor, and that's
I'm
all.
just saying, go in and be an advocate for yourself.
Her deflection game is paramount. That's all it is. It all equals up to bullshit. What else you got, saying?
Carry on.
Deflection, deflection, justification, and rationalization equals bullshit. What else you got, Cindy?
The next story that I
Cindy, do you need a Marlboro?
have. The next story I have is about TikTok. Okay. I know everybody's been waiting. You know, the House had passed a bill, swift as hell, saying that they wanted to ban TikTok. It was going to the Senate for approval, and then Biden needed to sign it. Well, it has went to the Senate. It passed in the Senate, and Biden is expected to sign it along with a $95 billion foreign aid package for Israel, Ukraine, and Taiwan. Which
Yeah, we get no
what
reparations.
what
Okay.
the hell is going on in Taiwan that they need some money? But I will look into that for y'all because I'm like, when did Taiwan get on the bill? Anyways, like I didn't even know they had stuff going on over there. I'm gonna look into that. However, TikTok CEO Shou Chu has said that the fight over ban will head to the court and he does not plan on going anywhere. He said yesterday that the company would go to court to try to remain online in the United States. He posted a video to the app denouncing a potential ban signed into law by President Joe Biden. The law has a built in delay of 9 months to a year, giving TikTok's Beijing based parent company ByteDance a chance to sell the app rather than face a nationwide prohibition. That was one of the stipulations, is that they either shut down operations or they sell it to an American based company or owner or whatever. He put out a video saying, "Rest assured, we aren't going anywhere. We are confident we will keep fighting for your rights in the courts. The facts and the Constitution are on our side, and we expect to prevail." The video had about 176,000 likes, roughly in an hour after he posted it. TikTok has a winning record in the courts already. In 2020, a federal judge blocked an attempt by then President Donald Trump to ban TikTok in the US, ruling that an order from Trump was arbitrary and capricious. The debate over TikTok's future is not only about free expression online and the future of social media, but also how Americans think about data security and who's deciding what they see online. Proponents of the ban argue that personal information of US users isn't safe, because of the app's Chinese ownership, which critics say creates the possibility of the Chinese spying on America, getting our data, blah, blah, blah. Which proponents of the ban also say that China could pressure the company to manipulate what users see in order to further the country's foreign policy aims. TikTok has said it's working to alleviate security concerns by storing data in the US, and that the propaganda concerns are unfounded. TikTok also says that there's over 7 million American users who are business owners through the app that could potentially lose their livelihoods by closing down the app, which should be more important than that. So, I mean, TikTok still has a little life in it. But I think that this is absolutely ridiculous that they are trying to ban it. I like TikTok.
I love TikTok. I go to TikTok University every night before bed. It has taught me so much.
Well,
It's going to be a loss. It's going to be a major loss if we lose
well,
TikTok.
you know, what's the CEO's name again? Sorry.
Show Chew.
So I like to say that to Tamiko and all the rest, Cindy and all the rest, your God name is Shoy Chu. Uh, this is
What?
that's your God because this is the guy who runs TikTok. All of you should be ashamed of yourself. TikTok will be banned. It's not going to be banned. It's going to take a year. But what they're going to do is uh, there'll be at a certain point there'll be no new friends, meaning you can't download the app. They're going to wipe it off all the Play stores and everything else. They're going to wipe it off your phone. So if you think you're going to hack into it and get TikTok, it's not going to happen.
Is
And
it going
then
to be like what is MySpace? You think?
and then with the current TikTok users, what they're going to do is they're going to allow you on the platform, but you won't be able to update it. So whatever you post, it'll just be there, just indefinitely. This is a security risk. They are saying, and Cindy says it all the time, which is true. That our data is all over the place, but it's just that this man doesn't even have the power to sell his own company to the United States because really China is the country that runs everything. Because remember, it's a communist society, and remember, TikTok in China is not like TikTok here. It's heavily regulated. And that's something that we need to think about as Americans. So they let us play on there and do whatever we want, earn money, whatever. But on their TikTok, the things that we do on our TikTok, you'll go to jail for 20 years for that.
That's not true. They be on there selling all
Go
that
on,
fake
go
stuff
on,
and them clothes and all that. They be right there in China
go
doing it.
right, go right on TikTok, go right up there and Google it, and it'll show up. And my problem is that I yield my time is the fact that the man is so arrogant that he's like, well, we're going to fight this in court and we're going to stay here and we're going to do this. Sir, you're not even an American company. You still have no wins. You're not even an American company. You could take it to court all you want to, sir, my friend. What's his name again? I'm sorry.
Show Chew.
Show Chu. This is Shawn Harvey. You're not an American company, friend. So you're not protected underneath our laws anyway. We could throw your ass out anyway. So take
Wow.
it easy with the rhetoric, my friend. Sell your company so people like Tamiko and Cindy and everybody else. I'm not even on TikTok. I should be, but I'm not on.
It's a vibe.
So
But
so people can enjoy your platform and earn money.
the TikTok version that they have in China is called Douyin, right? The reason why first of all, they are a restricted country. So, of course, the things that they're allowed to do on Douyin are going to be a lot different than what we allow in America because America is more free. We don't have to be restricted. So, of course, there's going to be two separate things, but nobody knows what, they're really allowing over there. Maybe they just can't really be political, but they're doing, dances and they're doing what's allowed in their country, and TikTok is doing what's allowed over here, which I don't think there's anything wrong with that. you know? And but the fact that the US is using the facade of your data is at jeopardy. Like, miss me with that. We just had AT&T have a data breach of all of our information. We were just talking about Las Vegas and how hackers had them crippled for like a week because they were trying to extort money from them. Wells Fargo, Capital One, Facebook. How many US based corporations have had their information hacked? And what do we get? Oh, there was a data breach where over 200 million Americans information was hacked. But, we have it under control now. And then we never hear anything else about it. Who
Now,
hacked our information? Who got
and you
into those databases? But you
and you
want to
know,
sit here and say that it's China. It's a lie. And at the same time, okay, ban TikTok, but our cell phones still come from China.
Right.
Isn't
uh,
that the big like how are you going to say China is our enemy and then 95% of things that we get imported are from China,
well,
especially our technology. So what are
okay,
y'all really talking about? Make it make sense.
here's how you make it make sense. Yes, they've been trading with each other, exporting and importing throughout the generations, China, United States. The 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 problem here, the discrepancy is that the Chinese government runs all the businesses in China. And that doesn't happen here. You're right. Companies are being hacked, of course. But now you have the Chinese government with all this information free. Like, Ms. Migo, they have your information. You could be somebody else in China right now. Who knows? I say this: ban TikTok. We don't need it. All the TikTok folks will jump right back on to Instagram. All right, this is what we're gonna do. We appreciate you guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? Shawn Harvey Morning Show, Future Wake Up Team with the Queen City Jane, the Queen Miss Mingo. Now, moving forward, the next few weeks from now, you're gonna see us. We're gonna have special guests on the show, different topics. The show will stay the same the way it is because this is the type of show that it is. We talk about topics throughout the day. We give our opinions about what's going on in the world, and that's been very successful for this show. Now we're going to add a different element, and we're going to bring guests onto the show, so you'll start seeing some guests about topics that we talk about. So look forward to that, and we appreciate y'all. Now, Cindy, we'll go on before we go on to Tamiko's tips. Cindy, how do you feel right now?
I feel fine. I feel all right.
Okay, you sure? Okay.
I'm getting hot, but I'm all right.
You good? All right, let's go to Tamiko tips. Let's clap, Cindy. Come on.
Yay! I miss my birthday.
Tamiko, it's good to see you. And
Thank you,
before she
Sean.
and Cindy, before she goes on with her tips, we were talking about how Tamiko does her restaurant reviews on TikTok, and which segues back into Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to say this, and I think I said it before, but I said it again. Miss Miko has the best voice between the two of us, and the best voice on this show.
Word.
She has a legitimate kind of radio slash podcast kind of a voice. I sound like somebody's grandmother, and Cindy sounds like somebody's nephew. Uh, so, Ms. Migo, we truly appreciate you. We truly appreciate your gift. And you're going to hear some voiceovers soon with Tamiko related to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. Let's clap for that.
Stay tuned, guys. It's coming.
Not stay tuned.
I know one thing. It ain't nothing coming Cindy's way.
Oh,
Please. Tamiko?
Tamiko?
am I back? My phone
Yeah.
froze for a second.
I said, damn, she don't want to do the tip.
I can't hear you.
Girl.
I can't hear you.
Did somebody call?
I'm going to hang up and come back.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to leave and come back.
All right.
Leave and come back.
Put a number one in the chat room if you're enjoying the show today. Put a number two if you're not. Do you have any encouraging words for our beloved Cindy J. Now, Cindy, before we talk about that, I want to say this. Um, Yesterday, Cindy J, our beloved Jamie Roberts and his wife, Nikki Sunshine, made an announcement yesterday via social media, Cindy J, that the that
I'm
the
back.
that the Comedy in Harlem Comedy Club will be closing. It was a sad to hear this information. Uh, and I just want to say we truly appreciate Jamie for all his hard work and his dedication with comedy in Harlem, along with his wife Nikki Sunshine, who are really good friends of mine. We did shows there, we did our podcast there, and I've done shows and I produced shows at this location. So I want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for allowing myself and others to perform at your club and produce shows at your club. Now, in their announcement, they also said that they're going to have a new location for comedy in Harlem. And once they have this new location, let's all support. So big up to Jamie Roberts, owner of the Comedy in Harlem franchise, and also his wife, Nikki Sunshine, from your boy Harvey. We love you to death on this show, and thank you for allowing us to do our live podcast. We sold out two of them there, and we truly appreciate you guys, and we look forward to your new venture and your new location. So shout out to Jamie and shout out to Nikki. Okay, Miss Rico, it's your turn. Oh, and by the way, October the 27th or the 26th, we had 275 Park live podcast. Go ahead, Miss Rico.
Now, for today's Miss Miko's tip, it's going to be a piggyback off of last week. Do you remember last week we talked about spring cleaning? We talked about what you needed to do your spring cleaning and what surfaces needed the most cleaning. Today, we're going to go room by room and we're going to talk about what you should be cleaning in each room. So the first place we're going to start with is the kitchen. I love the kitchen. The kitchen to me has to be the cleanest place in your house next to the bathroom. But it's kitchen and bathroom, they're like running neck and neck for 1-on-1. So for the kitchen, when you're doing your spring cleaning, remember to defrost the freezer, because a lot of people have all that gunk up in your freezer. Defrost the freezer, throw all that old food out, that meat that has like the what do you call that ice thing that's on there?
Oh,
Sean, what's that thing called?
Freezer,
Frostbite. Yeah.
the freezer burn.
The
freezer
freezer
burn.
burn. Throw all
Right.
that out. Deep clean inside your refrigerator, your freezer with warm water, vinegar, and a little bit of baking soda. You're gonna wipe down your cabinets, get all that old gook off of it with the oil splashing all over the place. And don't forget to clean your small appliances. Take out your toaster, turn it upside down, get the extra little toasties out of there, clean your air fryer. That's some things you can do in the kitchen to deep clean it. Your bathroom, y'all know what it is. I can tell if your house is clean by that little space around your toilet. I don't want to see no yellow marks, no yellow streaks coming down the front of the bowl. Make sure that you deep clean your toilet all through. Also, deep clean the shower, deep clean the sink, wash all the towels and linen. And like I told you guys before, deep clean your grout and replace your shower curtain liner. A lot of people don't do nothing with that liner, and it has a lot of soap scum on there. It has mold on there. You know you could throw it in the laundry. If you don't want to buy a new one, throw it in your washing machine, wash it, and hang it back up. And it's like brand new. So make sure you touch that. And those tub mats, they're no good. They're garbage. Throw them away. Don't put no tub mats down because they hold a lot of molds and mildew in there. So throw those tub mats out. Your bedroom, wash all beddings, deep clean your mattress, spray it down, clean out your closet, your dresser, under your bed. I know a lot of people under their bed is a hot mess. So make sure you get under the bed, get all that dust from under those shoes, the candy wrappers, the the Tic Tacs, and wash your pillows. It's okay to wash your pillows, people. Put it in the washing machine on a sanitizer cycle, very low, and just wash them. And you'll be happy, I promise. I don't know if you guys have home offices. I do. I know I always organize my files. I deep clean my computer. I have this can of air that I spray between my keyboard and stuff to get it clean. And I wipe down all of my office supplies. So it's like my staple, my scissors, anything that I may touch throughout the day. I always try to keep a hand wipe close by to wipe it down. If you have a washing machine and a dryer in your home, clean the dryer vent. That is a fire hazard. If you don't take out the drive-in and take the old stuff from the drive-in, make sure you clean that out. Organize your laundry supplies and donate all your old clothes, your unwanted clothes. Get rid of it. What are you holding on to it for? Go to the Goodwill, go to the Salvation Army, find those boxes that are along the road and dump them in there. I promise you, if you follow Ms. Miko's tips and you deep clean your house, you will feel so much better for the spring. And that's Ms. Miko's tips.
Yes, girl. Not you went through each damn room. Y'all better clean it up.
It's a must.
Miss Miko, when do we all start doing this?
Well, you're supposed to start right before Easter. That's when you're supposed to start. But it's still spring. Summer hasn't arrived yet, so we still have time to kind of get everything together.
Right. It seems like
Oh, and you know what else is good? Check. I know a lot of times up here. Sorry. I know there's a lot of townships or boroughs or whatever.
The
They
alarms?
have
The alarms you're talking about? The smoke alarm?
No, they have like spring cleanup days where
Mm-hmm.
you can actually throw out
Yes.
like big items or anything that you normally,
Electronic
yeah, you can just
cartridges.
take it and like dump it there for like no charge. So I know those are if you, because they usually start doing that now like around spring, so it'd be a good idea to look out if your area has one of those and you can
Absolutely.
kind of work out your cleaning around those. That's what my mom used to do, and I used to hate it because she used to be like, we're throwing out everything, and we'd be like pulling stuff up from the basement, and I'm like, oh god. But those are good times to like get everything out of your house too, because I know a lot of times people, what happens to me, especially with them clothes, is you get that cleaning bug, and I get all my clothes together, and then they sit
In
down
a
either
garbage
downstairs
bag
by
in the
the
garage.
door,
oh
or they
God.
sit in my car for like 3 months in the
Yes.
back seat looking at me.
Yes.
So if you can just pick a day where they actually dispose of it, then do
Mm-hmm.
that. Or
Well,
just throw them clothes out. That's what I be saying. Like,
yeah,
we be trying to like donate them, but just throw it in the garbage. Just
Yeah.
get it out.
I'll be honest with you, Cindy J. I do that a lot. I just throw them in the garbage because they'll sit somewhere, and next thing you know, they're driving cross country with me. And yeah,
I
yeah.
understand.
But Miko, thank you so much for your tips. We truly appreciate you. And please, everyone, uh, these was definitely some valid tips. Now, before we get out of here, I want to say this,
What?
Miss Miko,
What's
the
up?
NBA basketball season is upon us. The playoffs. The New York Knicks won a dramatic game two the other night against the
I heard
Philadelphia.
about that.
We play again I think tomorrow night, Friday, and then I think Sunday. The New York Knicks will sweep the Philadelphia 76ers. The
Okay.
New York Knicks will, I know this is going to sound crazy, the New York Knicks will go. I'm a big New York Knicks fan, guys. I don't know if you know that, but I am. We don't have Julius Randle playing with us, but I'm going to say we don't need him. The New York Knicks going to the NBA Finals this year.
I'm just gonna
Wow,
clap.
really?
Sydney, just clap. He's gonna keep going. Just clap.
My
I
beloved
hope
New York Knicks are going to the finals this year. It's an immaculate conception. It is something that is ordained and is supposed to happen via the universe. The Knicks haven't won a championship since 1973 and 1974.
but this
It's a
is the
big
year.
deal.
This is it.
It's a big
All
deal.
Knicks fans, stand up. And like I said on my video and on my personal page, you know how I feel. All you Brooklyn Net fans, and you know we're gonna have Eric King. You remember Eric King? He's gonna call in. All
Yeah.
you Brooklyn Net fans that used to be New York Knicks fans, and you exited out of New York out of the Knicks to go to the Knicks because the Nets because the big three was there. Remember when they had Garnett and Kyrie Irving, and they had James Harden, and you left the Knicks and went to the Nets. You stay your ass on Flatbush Avenue.
They're going to be at the Garden.
We don't want you no more. Brooklyn Net fans, sit your asses down. You're not in the playoffs. Don't sit here and talk about, I'm from New York. I'm still rooting for the Knicks. No, we don't want you either. Brooklyn Nets, you're just another team to me. All my Knicks fans, stand up. This is our year. The odds are against us, but we going to the chip. Miss Miko, you're a Brooklynite, but are you a Knicks fan or a Net fan?
You know, I don't watch basketball. I don't watch no sports, Sean. You know that.
Which one is it?
I'm going to have to go with Brooklyn because I'm from Brooklyn.
Okay, you're done. City J? Brooklyn?
Well, wouldn't the New York Knicks represent Brooklyn too? Because don't they represent the city, or do they represent the state?
The New York Knicks represent the New York Knicks.
I mean,
that's not.
What I don't understand. Why don't they have the Bronx Kings or something too, and the Queens Nets, and I don't get the New York Knicks and the Brooklyn Nets. Like, I don't understand that correlation. It just don't make sense to me. I thought each state has their team.
No, let me make it make sense to you, as they always say.
Princess, chime in, Princess.
Make it make sense to me, because it don't make any sense.
Princess doesn't even have to chime in on this one. I got this. The New York City metropolitan area is about 12 million deep.
Okay.
In population. They have enough people to support two basketball teams, regardless of what their names are.
But why did Brooklyn make the cut and not any place else? That should offend you, Sean. You love the Bronx.
Yeah, I know. I love the Bronx. But see, when the Knicks were the only team, right, they represented the whole city.
Right.
And then the Brooklyn Nets, who, by the way, were the New Jersey, they used to be the New York Nets, and they played in Long Island. Then they moved to someplace else. I can't remember where they moved to, and then they came back to New York, and then now they wind up as the Brooklyn Nets. Nothing wrong with it. It's New York can support two NBA basketball teams. New York has two baseball teams, two hockey teams, two football teams. So there's enough people to support them. But I'm a true, legit fan. I'm not a fan of, just because I'm from New York, I like all the New York teams. No. I'm a legit New York Knicks fan. I don't give the New York, like I said, the Brooklyn Nets, God bless them, they're just another team to me. And that's why you have two teams in New York. Geographically, we can deal with it, and the population allows it.
Well, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Go Knicks.
I mean, I guess I'll root for the Knicks because they're the OG, and it seems like the Nets are a spinoff. So,
right.
Go Knicks.
Exactly. Funny word. That's good. I like that. The Nets are a spinoff. I like that. Cindy, you have the last word, and then we have the real last word. Go ahead, Cindy. Take your ass to the doctor. That should be your last word.
Facts. An apple a day keeps the doctor away, Cindy. That's your last word.
Yeah, my last word is just, take care of yourselves, you guys, because you never know when the virus could be coming for you.
I don't like the word virus.
Keep ginger in your home. Go out and buy some fresh ginger right today.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your immune system up so you don't end up like me.
Go ahead, Miss Migo.
Well, my last word is based on today, because today, April 25th, is National Hairdresser Appreciation Day.
Oh, wow. I didn't know
They
that.
used to celebrate on April 30th, City, until 2011, and then they made a switch to April 25th in 2012. And since then, April 25th every year is National Hairdresser Appreciation Day. So my last word is, great hair don't happen by chance. They happen by appointment. So call your hairstylist and make an appointment. Shout out to the hairstylist.
Oh, that's nice. I don't know. People don't be liking these new stylists these days. So
they gotta come wash, clean, straight.
Right. Shout out to the OGs that still do the wash.
Shout out to the OG stylists. That's right. That's really doing the work.
Right. All right, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Put a number in the chat room if you enjoyed this show today. Put a number to if you're not. We see you guys tomorrow. God bless you. We're out. It's your boy Harvey, Queen Cindy J, and the Queen Miss Miko. Come on, let's wave at these folks.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
See you guys tomorrow.